for this portrait, I'm going to first take a look at where I'm going to put these two shapes. One is the head. Like I'm using a piece of wine charcoal. It's kind of hot wine charcoal. Okay, this, and then I'm going to take a look at the location of the hand. And I'm probably going to have a little bit more distance, a little bit tiny more distance between the hand and the face. So don't rush to the next step until you are happy with this decision. For example, you can have the hair, maybe the head a little bit higher, tiny higher, and take a look roughly. We don't need to measure until you're happy with the abstract location. And maybe have the hand just a little bit tiny higher, like that. Okay, and then the shoulder looks like right from here up this way. And I know that this shape you divide into quarters, and one of the quarter it would be equals the size of the hand. So this hand could be a little bit too big, so I can make it a little bit smaller, like that. Maybe have this a little bit tiny lower. Okay, that's good. So it's important to spend more time in each of these steps. It's very important. Now, based on this, I can find that this would be the hairline, right? The hairline over here and the chin over here. Now we're going to divide that into 3 parts. One way to think about it is a 3 part. You can use a pencil. You can help to see, okay, 1, 2, 3. And then I make a quick measurement. 1, 2, pretty good, and 3. Yeah, good enough. And then they think the eyebrows a little bit tiny lower. Now the next thing I'm going to look for is from the forehead coming down. Ignore the nose all the way like that. This line is guideline. It's a very important guideline. It's going to guide us to seeing things a little bit more clear, right? Like this. There you go. Okay. Like that. And then the forehead over here is about coming this angle all the way up. Okay. And then this just is not that critical. Right? It can be critical later, but not very critical at this point. So, and then from here on, I can just add that triangle extra on top of that. Okay, here you go. The nostril. Now you can see it's already in shapes. And also the eye over here has you can draw a little big line over here. It looks like there's a turn. The eye over here, that's just the cheekbone. And then coming onto this side, and then there's another turn on this side, right? So this side of the nose is, you can see this like a triangle. The front over here, and there's just the eyeglass. Yeah, but we don't have to spend the time on the eyeglass at this point. Okay, spend more time at the larger. Okay, after we've done that, because we already know the eyebrows over here, and then under the eyebrows, immediately, this is the eyelid. Okay, this is good. We put a little bit over here, just one thing at a time. Don't rush, don't skipping. That's very important. This step by step. And then from here to here, I think the middle, usually the middle, from the bottom of the nose to the chin, the half point is the bottom border of the lower lip. So we can draw a little line like that. This is the upper lip of the mouth. It's about here, like that. Okay, just roughly, this is would be their different part. So we're gonna go all the way under to the other side, and this about, take a look at sideburn. It's about cut it here like a triangle, and the ear right under about like that berry. So this is good. One thing at a time. The top of the ear is about line up. Let me take a quick look again. At top of the ear is on the same level as this part. So here you go. Always relate. This also called angular measurement. Okay, here we go. Like that. And you also can double check on from the nose, the tip of the nose to the side of the ear. It goes to from the chin to whatever. I'm gonna find out from. So double check whether or not the ear is too much to the right, right? So I'm gonna come here, take a look at from here going up. Oh, it's right in the middle of their forehead. I'm gonna put a little mark over here. It's about here. Okay, this is good. From here to here, it goes to the tip of the nose to the back of the ear. So need to limit it only over here, like that. So not too far. So okay, that's good. Still pretty good. And I see a little pearl over here. So I'm gonna just, now since I already confirmed this line, so the pearl with there. So that's just pretty good already. So now we're going to come down to the hand. So earlier I measured that from the front over here. It's about from the pearl. Okay, let me see. From the nose, tip of the nose to the pearl. It goes to, no, that's too much. From the nose to the tip, the bottom tip of the sideburn. It goes to this to this. So since this is already done, so I'm going to set right from here, from the tip of the nose to here. Here we go. Now it goes to from here to there. So now now I have to make a hard decision. So maybe the thumb would be here. In that case, this side, it would be here. Okay, here we go. That would be from here coming to there. So that way. Okay. Always observe. Don't rush. Okay, you can see that there's this finger. You can cross over to the thumb, and it looks like there is these two fingers is going up a little bit more. Here you go, like that. Coming over, and then look for the shape. And from here to here, probably only like a 1/3 from the whole width. So this is good. So now I'm gonna divide this into, but when we see something like a little bit too complicated, sometimes we just close the eye. Don't want to look. Okay, don't be afraid of anything. Just look for it, and it will be fine. Okay, this small finger, just one shape at a time. Okay, that's good. Now, two more shapes over here. Okay, don't draw details. Just lay out those shapes. And it's important that we know how this relates to the face size. So otherwise, when you divide it into smaller, and then it will be not proportional. So making sure the large shape proportional, and then the smaller shape it will be sure would be also proportional. Okay, like that. Okay, do that later. Okay, put a little shape over here. That's good. That's good. Okay, this angle. That's just good. Like that. And then come back to the shoulder. Now here you go. Now we very much finished the first step, making the larger shape already in place. So the next thing, we're going to continue developing and confirming. So I'm going to also have the cigarette, this shape over here, like that. All right. Now is a decision we have to make. What are we going to do with the background? Are we going to make it dark, or are we going to just leave it light? Okay. It's totally up to you. You can make it simple. Just keep it white on the outside. Okay. But we're going to see. I'm going to make sure the skin tone is consistent. Okay. You don't want the skin tone to be white, probably. So I'm going to start with, maybe the first thing would be shading this down a little bit. So that is already skin tone a little bit darker. Now this is also called, we call it local colors. Right? So here you go. And the skin tone over here a little bit darker too. Now we can decide what we're gonna do with the outside. Are we gonna make it darker? Probably not. It's just make it a little bit simpler. Okay, here we go. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come into using the charcoal pencil. I'm gonna use the medium charcoal pencil. Now I'm gonna use just the sideway like this. I'm gonna take a look, try to confirm some important location, like I say, the forehead over here. Here we go. That's good. I'm gonna draw the line over here. Here you go. Look at the angle like that. That's good. A little bit thinner. Come down a little bit. Coming all the way to the bottom over here. Here you go. Like that. And the nose, nostril. Okay, here you go. Put it down a little bit more. Okay. So I'll try to develop some line to help. I'm going to have a little bit soft shape. That's good. Now, based on the foundation that we already established, and making it much easier to create those confirmation. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Coming here. Take a look how far it go. That's good. And then look at his lower lip is very tight, so pay attention to that. Very good. And have a little bit dark like that. Little tone. Here we go. There you go. That's good. And coming over. All right. Other shape a little bit. Can throw a little bit over there, and we can go into a little bit more detail in a little bit. So by using the pencil sideways, pushing it down a little bit more, you can make it even more expressive, easier. So let's take a look at the upper eyelid. You don't actually see much of the eye because the glass frame is blocking it. Just do what you can. You don't have to overdo it. Do what is necessary. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's pretty good. Coming over here, I'm going to just push it down, give a little bit shape. That's good. Like that. And because earlier we already toned the skin tone. So now it's just add the little bit shape to showing the wrinkles, or that's just good. This area can be even a little bit darker. That's good. All right, that's all good. That's a little bit darker. There you go. And now come to the ear over here. I can pushing it down a little bit more. Careful, don't break the pencil. Control. Okay, here you go. All right, that need to be clear. That's very good. Here you go. All right, that's good. Coming all the way in the back over here. We don't have to make things too clear. It's just pay attention to the form, how we're gonna develop the form. Can make here, that's the light, this area a little bit lighter. That's good. All right, that should be good enough on the back over there. Now, give a little bit suggestions. I'm gonna have this showing the hair coming down all the way, connect to the bottom over here. I tried to develop some line, so make the line to be an important expression element. That's good, like that. And maybe the good time just to add the eyeglass frame. So I'm gonna add that, the front over here. That's good. Simple. And right in here. All the way. Here you go. All the way and disappear. That's good. All right. So the face is pretty good already. I put a couple lines over here, suggesting the hair crossover. Okay, now I come to the hand. Okay, that's good. A little bit. Again, this is a medium charcoal pencil. Okay, here you go. Now, there's a little bit fingernail, thumbnail over here, coming onto this side. And the whole shadow side, I'm going to create that when I come back the next round. So we'll take a look at this, the shape. A little bit more rounded. That's good. And cigarette. And this finger. That's good. Yeah, again over here I want to remind members most our member clubs are weekly meetings, except that oil painting club. So if you're interested in a certain member meetings, and put it on your schedules, but come to join and share your experience and your questions or your work together. It would help us to keep learning and moving and inspiration at the same time. Okay, share your work on in the community channel. That's good. Like the fingernail. Look before you make the mark. It's very important. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna work into the shadow. For example, this whole area, that's the shadow, cast shadow. Down over here, this side the shadow, and this side is the shadow side. Okay, like that. There you go. There's the shape. I have to catch the shadow. That's good. Outline it and then shade it. And this, outline it, and also here. Shade it. So make it very clear. That's just the shadow. That's good. Alright. Seeing this, the form. This is the oval shape. Here you go. Like that. This is a little bit darker. And a little bit line on this side. I can have a couple fold over here. It's very easy to express it. It's just follow this step by step. Don't rush, don't jump, and making sure every step have a dedicated time to consider. Okay. Now I'm gonna come back looking at it. Do I still need to do something to their background or not? You can decide. Okay, now over here I'm gonna have, for me, probably they're going to keep it like this. I like this softer. I'm gonna just push that a little bit outside and maybe a couple line. That's good enough. Let the line like this. Maybe this a little bit more stronger shape. Okay, like that. And a little stronger shape. Here you go. Making sure that looks like this is turning into the other side. And so this is, can be a little bit darker. Okay, like that. Looking for the form is most important. Okay, here you go. And now I'm going to give a little bit suggestions for this. It's very close to us. So making sure this a little bit more clear. Okay, here we go. Okay. I think this a lot better with this. I want to take a look at in the mouth. Do I need to do more? Okay, coming over here. I think this can be change a little bit. I'm gonna use eraser. I think that the front over here can move a little bit and coming in a little bit too much. That it help. Okay, and also you can use your finger. Just have that powder coming through, coming in, and this side of the nose can have a little bit more shadow. So after you do that, you also need to come back over here to make it even a little bit more emphasis, because every time when you touch it, blur it, blend it, and that area will become a lot softer. Okay, I want that the nose over here a little bit more clear. So I erase that. This is good. I'm gonna make this a little bit softer. Okay, that probably good. Make it look like that is going backward a little bit. Okay, and now you can use the eraser for some of the important light. You can light it up a little bit. Okay, here you go. Okay, there you go. That's good. Here you go, a little bit light, couple more light. we almost forget. Okay. That is a pearl over here. So I'm gonna outline that and make this side just a little bit darker and have a little bit shadow. And then I come into using the eraser, just create a little bit highlight. Okay, and that's good enough already. Okay, and that's pretty good. And I think this shadow can be a little bit tiny darker, so make a little bit emphasis on that. Again, when you have a moment, always come back to review and think about the form. If the form is good, the form represents the structure of the person. It's very, very important, right? Yeah, here you go. Give a little bit more. That's just good. And I can see a little bit line going through over here. This, they can be darker. Okay. And this is good. So I'm going to do a little cleanup and softening a little bit over here, and maybe give a little details of the secret. Okay, here you go. And this is done.